Exactly. That's the perfect question to ask right there, right? And the answer is quite simple. But so some background. Indiana is putting together a sex education bill for its state. A bill that tells the school districts in its state what they need to do, right? A sex ed bill telling the school districts what they need to do in regards to teaching sex education in their school districts. And a Republican in Indiana got the wording about school districts needing to teach about consent stripped from the bill. In other words, we as a state should not be mandating to the school districts that they need to teach little boys that no means no, and teach little girls that consent, that they can say no, that consent is a thing. And this person rightfully and accurately says it's a sex education bill. The whole thing is about telling school districts what they have to teach. Why was this one thing pulled out? Answer: because Republican men do not want girls knowing that they can say no. They certainly don't want boys being taught that they have to take no for an answer, and they don't want girls to know that no is an option. The Republican Party in 2025 is an extraordinarily regressive entity, and it wants to take us backwards on almost all things. It wants to take us back to a point in time where women had less of a voice, where women had less rights, where women knew their place, so to speak. And they're doing everything they possibly can to take us back to that point in time. They want women not in a voting booth, not in the workplace, but rather at home, barefoot, pregnant, and making their man supper. And one of the ways that you get there, one of the ways you achieve that regressive goal, is to stop educating women, stop educating young girls as to their rights, as to the fact that they're equal to men and can do anything a man can do. They don't like that. They don't need free-thinking women. Free-thinking young girls turn into uncontrollable young women. And what's odd, what's ironic, I guess, is that these are the same people that are, for the most part, predominantly anti-Muslim. And one of the things that they like to bitch about when it comes to the Muslim faith is that old Muslim men take very young Muslim brides, which is true. It's grotesque. But they're trying to do the same thing here. In state after state after state after state, it is Republicans that are fighting against bills that would ban child marriage. Why? Republican men like them young.